Hello and welcome to Aniplot Recaps. Today, we will be recapping a sports anime titled Blue Lock. Do remember to like and subscribe. Episode 1. In a high-stakes soccer match, Isagi's team, Ikainen High School, faces off against Matsukaze High School. The winner of the match will advance to the Nationals. Despite Yoichi's desire to reach the Nationals, his team is losing by 1 goal. In a crucial moment, Yoichi has the opportunity to score but instead chooses to pass to his teammate Tada-chan, who unfortunately hits the post. Matsukaze seizes the chance for a counterattack and scores, securing their victory. After the game, Matsukaze player Ryosuke Kira is interviewed about his thoughts on joining Japan's U18 team. Disappointed by the loss, Isagi reflects on his role in the team and his dreams of becoming a superstar like Noel Noah. He questions whether his decision to pass instead of shooting affected his fate. However, Isagi realizes that soccer is a team sport, and he can't win alone. Feeling dejected, he goes home and receives a surprising letter from the Japan Football Union, informing him that he has been selected as a certified athlete. Isagi visits the provided address and encounters Kira, who has also been invited. They are led to a facility called Blue Lock, where they meet other aspiring players. Jinpachi Ego, the coach in charge, reveals that they have been chosen as part of an experiment to find the world's best striker. The players must live in the facility, undergo intense training, and give up their previous teams. Ego challenges them to prioritize becoming the best striker over their existing commitments, claiming that Japanese soccer lacks the egoistic mentality required for success. Some players object to the conditions, emphasizing their dedication to their current teams and upcoming national tournaments. Ego dismisses their concerns, labeling them as second-rate and asserting that scoring goals is what truly matters in soccer. Despite initial hesitation, Isagi decides to enter the Blue Lock facility, and other players follow suit. Once inside, Isagi discovers he is ranked 299th out of 300 players. Ego explains that their ranks can change based on their performance, and the top 5 players will have the opportunity to play in a tournament and represent Japan in the U20 World Cup. However, any player who fails in Blue Lock will be barred from playing for Japan. Episode 2. In a tag game, Kira is confused about its relevance to football, and gets upset about the impact it could have on his career. Ego explains that the game reflects essential skills for strikers, and emphasizes the importance of decision-making within limited timeframes. Kira storms off in anger. Isagi questions why he kicked the ball in the game but feels motivated by the experience. Bachira explains that there is a monster inside him that drives him to score goals. He suggests that Isagi may have the same monster within him. Isagi becomes curious and wants to understand this phenomenon to survive in Blue Lock. Ego addresses Team Z and explains the ranking system and the divisions within Blue Lock. The higher-ranked players enjoy better facilities and food. Ego announces the start of the first selection and emphasizes the need for players to improve their skills to move up in rank. Meanwhile, a reporter interviews Sei Itachi, who expresses his ambition to win the Champions League and dismisses the Japanese national team's chances of greatness. Ego reveals that the first selection will involve the players in Building 5, where they will compete in teams. The top 2 teams will proceed to the next selection phase. Team Z argues about positions, but Ego suggests they start from scratch and focus on creating a new style of football. Episode 3. In a game of rock, paper, scissors, Isagi wins and chooses to play as a forward for Team Z. Prior to the game, Ego explains the selection process, where only the top 2 teams will continue, but the top scorers from the losing teams will also advance. Fair play points are considered in case of tied scores. Team Z decides on their positions, and the game starts between Team X and Team Z. During the game, Reichi and Kunigami express their individualistic attitudes, causing chaos in Team Z. Shoei Baro, from Team X, takes advantage of the situation, scoring a goal and asserting his dominance. Team X begins to play as a team, while Team Z continues to fight amongst themselves. Team X scores multiple goals, leading Isagi to realize that their strategy is flawed. Bachira suggests scoring at least 1 goal to regain their team structure. Isagi passes to Kunigami, who scores a goal. Reichi becomes angry for not receiving the pass, and Baro insults Isagi, questioning his abilities as a striker. Team X wins the game 5-1. After the match, Team Z argues about their positions and strategies. Kuon reminds them that they need to aim higher than just winning half of their games to advance. Kunigami suggests that their teamwork was what led to his goal. Ego appears on the screen and confirms they are on the right path but haven't fully understood how to turn 0 to 1. Ego discusses the Japanese mindset and their preference for clearly defined roles, as seen in sports like baseball. However, in football, individual skills are crucial, and scoring goals disrupts the opponent's structure. Ego challenges Team Z to think about the weapons they can use to achieve this. Episode 4. Team Z is preparing for their match against Team Y. They discuss their individual weapons and motto, but Isagi is unsure of what to say, and Chidori refuses to reveal his weapon. They realize that playing the same way as before won't lead to victory, so they come up with a plan to rotate positions during the game, allowing everyone to showcase their skills. Isagi reflects on his own weapon, or lack thereof, and remembers a conversation with Baro. Kunigami thanks Isagi for a pass in a previous game and shares his aspiration to be a football superhero. In the match against Team Y, Team Z implements their rotating strategy. Bachira demonstrates his dribbling skills as the first striker, but Isagi notices Team Y's defensive tactics. Kunigami, Reichi, and Kuon take turns as the striker, but their shots are blocked. Isagi realizes that Team Y is drawing Team Z forward and then exploiting the space left behind, resulting in a goal. Reichi and Kuon struggle to get the ball, and the team realizes they need to focus on their key players. Gagamaru manages to steal the ball and attempts a header, but the goalkeeper saves it. Isagi's premonition warns him about Nico, and he intercepts the ball, leading to a chance to score. Gagamaru redirects Isagi's pass into the goal, despite hitting the post and getting injured. Nico acknowledges Isagi's abilities but asserts that he is in control of the game. Episode 5. The episode begins with Naruaya as the designated striker, supported by Isagi and Gagamaru. Naruaya's weapon is his ability to get behind the defense. Isagi tries to pass the ball to him, but the pass is intercepted by the opposing team. Isagi realizes that Team X is attempting to combine with Nico, and he quickly interrupts the pass to prevent a potential threat. Now, it's Isagi's turn to take on the striker position, but he decides to stay in his current role to continue disrupting Nico's play. Despite lacking speed and physical strength, Nico believes his eyes, which allow him to read the game accurately, and his exceptional coordination skills are his weapons. While Isagi tries to stop him, Nico's ideas and strategies remain unstoppable. With only 10 minutes remaining in the match, Team Z desperately tries to stop them, but Nico finds himself facing Iemen alone. Iemen focuses on saving the shot as his career depends on it. However, instead of taking the shot, Nico unexpectedly passes the ball to Okawa. This surprises Team Z, but Isagi had anticipated this move and intercepts the pass, recognizing the goal-scoring opportunity. Isagi initiates a counterattack, passing the ball to Kunigami, who then delivers it to Bachira. Bachira attempts a shot, but it is not intended for Gagamaru, and Isagi seizes the opportunity, takes the shot, and scores the winning goal, securing a 2-1 victory for Team Z. After the match, the team ponders how Isagi was able to anticipate the ball's trajectory. Isagi explains that he didn't have prior knowledge of it but rather sensed that he needed to be in that particular spot. Kunigami suggests that Isagi's weapon is his ability to smell a goal. Unable to sleep due to his excitement, Isagi visits the monitor room and finds Chidori there. Both couldn't sleep and decided to watch the game footage. Chidori praises Isagi for his exceptional spatial awareness, explaining that while most players judge situations based on their field of vision, Isagi can perceive the entire field and everything happening in it. Ego appears on the screen and announces that the 6th round of matches has concluded. Ego explains that as strikers, the participants must prove their worth through goals, and the more impactful the goals, the higher their rank will be. Ego emphasizes that discovering one's weapon is the first step towards becoming a striker, and the next step is to refine and enhance that weapon. Ego uses Messi as an example, highlighting his unique and graceful speedy dribbling and his fast left-footed shot. Each player possesses different weapons, and the way they refine them will also differ. Episode 6. In the 7th match between Team Z and Team W starts with the ball, and the Wanima brothers, Keisuke and Junichi, showcase their impressive combination play. Iemen reveals that the Wanima brothers are the top players of Team W and emphasizes the need to split them up to defeat them. The match begins, and Team Z takes the lead with 2 goals scored by Kuon. They continue their offensive momentum with Naruaya, Reichi, and Gagamaru taking the front lines at the 30-minute mark. However, Junichi fouls Naruaya, leading to a free shot taken by Bachira. Bachira recognizes that Kuon is unguarded and delivers a high pass to him, resulting in a hat-trick for Kuon. Team Z ends the first half with a commanding 3-0 lead. In the second half, Junichi returns to pressure Reichi, and a misunderstanding between Reichi and Kuon allows Keisuke to steal the ball and score for Team W. The Wanima brothers begin dominating the midfield, easily passing Chidri and Isagi. Isagi attempts to tackle them aggressively, but they evade his tackles. Isagi realizes that the Wanima brothers are playing strategically and must have obtained information about Team Z's plans. Isagi briefly suspects Kuon of betraying them but dismisses the idea. However, when Kuon purposefully misses a shot, Isagi confronts him, and the Wanima brothers confirm that Kuon has been sharing Team Z's strategies with Team W. Kuon explains that he made the deal with Team W to secure his own survival in Blue Lock, as he believes Team Z cannot defeat Team V, their final opponent in the group. By helping Team W win and becoming the top scorer of Team Z, Kuon aims to advance to the next selection round individually. He argues that bonds and teamwork are not necessary to win, only ego. As Kuon's actions give Team W a 4-3 lead, it becomes clear that his betrayal has put Team Z in a difficult position. We will stop here for this part of the series. Part 2 is on its way. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe. Remember to leave your thought in the comments box below. See you and take care.